Hey, Mr. Thompson here. Draft day, go Pack. Let's see. Picking at the end of the first round, we'll see what they get. Cornerback is my bet, or linebacker. Anyways, today we're going to give you a quick video. I'm going to give you a quick video on volume of prisms and cylinders. I think after working with surface area, you'll find this is much more user-friendly. The formulas are shorter. The process, I'm not going to say it's shorter, but it just seems to be a little bit more compact, a little bit easier to organize stuff. So we'll start with prisms. Prisms have a formula. The volume equals the area of the base times the height of the object. Okay. Again, keep in mind, capital B is the area of the base, and the H is the height of the object when we talk about our prism. Now, this particular shape happens to be a triangular prism. So my recommendation is this. For any prism finding the volume, let's draw the base. Draw it two-dimensionally. So when I look here, I'm all right, my base is this triangle. I'm also going to give you a little side note here too. This base is a right triangle. All right. When we look at the numbers 3, 4, 5, at this stage, hoping you understand that when you see 3, 4, 5 is the side lengths of a triangle, that it forms a right triangle where the 3 and 4 connect. So we can put the little right angle box in here. So, step 1, draw the base. 4, 3, 5. All right. Step 2, determine the base area. Remember, part of the formula, the capital B, is the area of this individual triangular base for this problem. So we would find the area of the triangle by using that area of the triangle formula, 1/2 the triangle's base times the triangle's height. So that would tell us that the area of one triangle is 6 square centimeters. Also, keep your work organized. Once you get an important number, pencil that in. And last but not least then, what you want to do is figure out the height of your object, the height of the prism itself, and then plug and chug. So we could say step 3, get height of prism, and plug and chug into our volume formula. So when we look at this now, what we have, our volume is the area of the base, which you determined was 6, times the height of our object. Remember, height is how far is it from base to base, so our height is 2. So our volume ends up being 12, and the one new thing here is no longer are we working with 2 dimensions as far as final units. We're talking volume, which is amount of space inside a shape. So we're now talking 3 dimensions. So we would say our finished volume is 12 cubic centimeters. Prisms. Now cylinders, kind of like when we were working with our surface area. Cylinders, I think, are even easier. All right. The reason why, on a cylinder, your base will always be a circle. So when I pop this up here, and you're going to look on your note sheet, you're going to notice the cylinder that you're given is a little bit different. A little crooked, if you will. That's called an oblique cylinder. Not a big deal. We can have our right cylinders, which we've worked with, which are kind of your normal cans that stand straight up and down. Or these oblique are like the Leaning Tower of Pisa that are kind of tipped over a little bit. But they're still cylinders. All right? And they still follow a formula. And for a cylinder, our volume is going to be pi times the radius squared times the height of the cylinder. And on these, it is kind of a plug and chug. We don't have to figure out the area of the base. We need to just make sure we can figure out the radius somehow and the height if we don't have them. For this example, Mr. Thompson was kind enough to give you the radius, to give you the height. So if we were to take our formula and just replace the radius with 8, the height with 12, I'm going to keep my answer in terms of pi. grab the old calculator, 8 squared, 64, times 12. And our answer, if we want to keep it in terms of pi, 768 pi cubic centimeters. And that's it. Okay, so there's your cylinders, there's your prisms. Work through it. Remember, under this video, there's 3 questions for you to do in that Google Docs. Type your answers in. You don't have to include cubic centimeters. Just type the number that you get when you calculate the volume, or you find the radius length, I think, for number 2, and then again the volume for number 3. With that being said, get this done so you can enjoy the draft tonight. I know you may be tired when the Packers are picking near the back end of the draft. Stay up, watch it. Peace.